In this video, we're gonna find out how much paycheck people are making at their jobs. A lot of people are being transparent about their paycheck, so a lot of things not gonna seem what it seems to be. Like everything is too expensive. But with that being said, let's jump into it and let's talk about it later.
Hi you guys, so it's currently I think like 8:45, 8:41. I just got home from a shift and I got my first residency paycheck. So I figured I'd come on camera and open it with you guys. So here goes nothing, I guess. Let's see, they got all these whatchamacallits here. Okay, here we go. First look.
I hope you're hungry.
And
for nothing.
Okay. Okay, so gross earnings is $2,227.68. Net pay is $1,774.26. Not horrible. Is this for 40 hours? I don't know how much this is for. Okay, so it has my hourly rate. My hourly rate is $39.78. I don't know how many hours this is for though, in total. So maybe I'll have to do some math or read the email that they sent. But yeah, this is kind of exciting. My first ever residency paycheck. And the only reason why it's hard copy is because we don't have anything set up yet. But yeah, see you guys next time.
Well, let's see how much my McDonald's manager paycheck was for these last 2 weeks. I came to the bank, but I think they're closed. I think I'm going to have to come back after work to actually deposit my check. Let's see. I haven't even looked at it. I usually don't look at it. It's not that bad. 2 weeks worth of work, which is, somebody was asking last time, multiple times. This is for 68 hours, which means I did not work a full 40 hours within the 2 weeks. Yeah, I did not work 40 hours, and I worked 69 hours, and I did get a $10 bonus, and it says they gave me 3 hours of sick time, and it's after taxes, $1,056. And I just noticed right here that they have not given me my PTO yet. I've been a manager for a year. They do not give you PTO at my particular store until you've been in management a year, and I have been management a year. So I'm gonna have to ask. But a lot of people are asking what was the before taxes. Before taxes is $12.87. I'm not gonna say how much I make, only because there's kind of like rules within the management, or not. I don't know. I make under $20 an hour, but I definitely make more than 16. And I definitely should be making more, but you have to earn that. You know, things go up. I'm at my year, so I think I should be getting a raise here soon. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I don't know. I don't mind. I don't know. People, I've gotten so much hate about my check. Either people saying they don't understand how I live paycheck to paycheck, or they don't understand how I can't save money. You have to understand, so I make, just say this was normal, $1,100, that's $2,200 a month. My rent alone is $1,500, guys. Yes, I have a new car. We needed a car. We didn't have the money to get, the problem was with the car, we didn't have the money to keep putting money into an old car and keep fixing it. So we got a new car thinking that we wouldn't have to fix it, but that hasn't been the case. So there's my check for 2 weeks. I'll be back here in 2 weeks again. Bye.
You want to know how much a registered nurse gets paid? Well, it's payday. Let's look at this nursing paycheck. If you don't know, I am a 24-year-old registered nurse working in psych, and I work in Connecticut. I am a per diem registered nurse, which means I don't work regularly. I pick up shifts here and there, but I get paid $44.77 an hour. For this pay period, I only worked one shift, and it was a night shift. So on top of my $44.77 an hour as base pay, I get an extra $7 an hour for nights and an extra $7 an hour because I worked on the weekend. So getting right into the numbers, I worked a total of 8 hours and 7 minutes. So my total gross was $476.20. My deductions were $47.62. My taxes were $38.80. So I got to take home $389.78. Let me know if this is more or less than you expected for one shift. And of course, if you love pay transparency, please follow me for more.
You've seen nurses living that lavish lifestyle. Let me show you what the paycheck really looks like. This was me a year ago, new grad at a community hospital. I worked a total of 69 hours. Let's see what it comes out to. Total 69.81 hours. Then we're gonna see $3,461.51. And guess what I took home? Only $2,500. This is bi-weekly, guys. The glamorous lifestyle is debunked. Now, obviously, this was about 3 hours short of a full paycheck. I started off at $48 an hour. Coming out of school, I was expecting like $60 an hour, right? Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Reflecting on that paycheck, you need to pick up more hours to be able to sustain a lifestyle that is above minimum wage in California. If you're a new grad nurse, comment down below, what is your hourly rate? I'm curious. And I'm sure other new grads and other students are curious. Drop it down below, share, don't gatekeep. Peace.
I love watching paycheck breakdowns. So, I got paid on Friday. Let me show you guys how much money I made. And please, not too much. I get paid every 2 weeks. I know it's not a lot, okay? Yeah, on this upcoming period, I only worked, it's like about like 38 hours a week. I got paid $1,144.85. Y'all, that's every 2 weeks, y'all. Fuck. First, I gotta pay my car note is $973.84. That's leaving me with $171 with 1 cent. Fuck. Now, y'all, I have a Jeep, and Jeeps be giving people problems and stuff, right? So my car warranty a month is $154.04. So I have to pay that. So that leaves me with $16.97. Yeah, damn. Fuck. I should even buy me a plate of ribs, macaroni. Okay, y'all, I told you guys I've been doing DoorDash to make it ends meet, right? So on my DoorDash card, I went hard this week. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I made $599.62, right? So boom, I gotta pay for my wisdom tooth, right? I got my wisdom tooth removed, right? And it was $5,000. It was 4 wisdom tooth, $5,000, right? The insurance only covered $3,000, so I have to pay $2,000 out of pocket. So I paid $62 a month. It's been like a year. I'm almost done, like a little bit, just a little bit. So that leaves me with $537.62. Yeah, now it's gas, and I have to put money away for gas every 2 weeks. So basically, it's $130. Every week is $65 in gas. That's a lot, but goddamn, I should have got me a Toyota. Fuck. And next is my credit card, y'all. My balance is literally $900. Like, I max that shit out. So I just pay the minimum of $40 because I can't afford to pay the rest. So that leaves me with $407.62. That's kind of crazy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And I gotta pay my Afterpay. And y'all, Afterpay, I made a mistake. I started buying shit on Afterpay. But this pay period is, I only have to pay $13.37 on Afterpay. It was on Fashion Nova, and I only bought like one thing. But then, y'all, Affirm, y'all. I literally pay $52 a month plus, y'all. Y'all, after I pay my credit card, whatever, right? That leaves the balance to $367.62, right? Boom. Okay, cool. Now I gotta pay Afterpay. I bought something on Fashion Nova. I only bought one thing, and that leaves me with $354.25. Then I have Affirm, which is I pay $56.03. So that leaves me with $298.22. Now, y'all, I fucked up, y'all. I have a debt with Affirm. I owe like probably $1,300, something like that. My first payment was on Amazon. It's $131.75. That leaves me with $166.47. Now I got an other payment for Affirm is $131.54. That leaves me for 2 weeks with $34.73 for 2 weeks, y'all. Let me get the fuck off here and go on DoorDash, okay? I need to make money.
Let's see. I just worked 82 hours and I got paid. It's my first check. Let's see what's going on.
Okay. Okay, it's not as low as I thought it was. Not feeling okay. I'm not feeling okay.
I'm a resident doctor and I just got paid this morning, so here's how much money I got. So in my paycheck, I received $5,820.12. They also give us a certain amount in our mandatory retirement contribution that comes out of our salary. So in my retirement account, they gave me $576.76. So I got paid essentially a total of $6,396.88. Now I want to give you guys a little bit of context for my hours as a resident. So last week was pretty cheeks, not gonna lie. I had a 24-hour shift on Monday, so I went in at 7 a.m. Monday and I left the hospital at about 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday, and then I was in the OR for about 12 hours per day on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then I did another 24-hour shift on Saturday, so Saturday about 6:30 a.m. to Sunday at about 7 a.m. So it was essentially a 7-day work week because I worked Monday into Tuesday and Saturday into Sunday, and I had two 24-hour shifts in that time, and that was just 1 week out of the month. So just a little context for what our hours look like as residents.
How much I make as a new grad nurse? I got my first nursing paycheck yesterday for a total of 61 hours, so it's not a full check, but it's money. It's money, right? It's money. But I've been telling y'all that I made $32 an hour. I lied. I don't make that much. So my company actually got bought out by another company when they hired me. So what they offered me, they had to re-sign my offer letter yesterday. And technically I made $31.22. So I got like a pay cut in my base, but guess what? Here's the ringer. I got a bigger shift differential. So I get a $4 shift differential for working the shift that I work. So technically I made $35.22. And if I work the weekends, my weekends to work, I make an extra $8 on top of that. So I technically make around 38 on the weekends. And like last week I had to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was my weekend to work. I'm making $38 an hour. That's kind of crazy. We lit! Because I was kind of wondering why, like I said, $32 an hour, I only worked 61 hours, and it's $17.54 for my paycheck. I'm like, damn, that's good money. And I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be that much. For like I said, I only worked 61 hours, so technically missing 20 hours off the check because they do pay us for 80 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on. So right here is my pay rate, y'all. So I get paid $31.22. Then my shift deal, just a regular shift, is a $4 differential, is right there. Then the weekend, the WE is $8, right? Yep. So I get $8 differential, and then this is how much taxes they took out from South Carolina. I am an LPN, and they took out a total of $470. That was my gross. And that is a total hour. So it's like almost 62 hours, low key. But like, that's still good money. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that because I kind of lied and told people I was making 32. I technically made more than 32. I made about 35 as a new grad nurse, which is kind of crazy because, bro, I'm going to take a pay cut when I get my RN degree. Because I don't think there's no many jobs. Well, I'm in South Carolina. There's no jobs that can already start me off at 35 as a new grad RN. Like most of the jobs that I've been seeing is like they start you off at 31 and you get like a $3 differential, like 33, 34. But it'll be worth it because I can do more and stuff like that. So, but I am going back for my RN in July. And I got 2 jobs, y'all. So my other job, I make $27 an hour at that hospital. But this is a nursing home paycheck. I am an LPN. But I'm going to also start posting videos about me breaking down what I do with my money and how I invest it because I'm not about to be blowing money. Okay, but if y'all want to see that, just comment down below so you can be brought back to the next payday video. But yeah, thank you for all the support, man, and I love you guys.
I'm a doctor.
And how much money do you make per year as a doctor?
So short answer, I make around 50 to 55,000 a month. So that's 600 to 660,000 in the year.
Wow. And how many years of experience do you have as a doctor? How long have you been doing this for?
I'm actually a baby doctor. I just graduated residency in June, so a couple months in. But I did 4 years of college, 1 year of master's, 4 years of med school, and 3 years of residency. So 12 years total.
Wow. Now, what type of doctor are you? What exactly do you do?
I'm an ER doctor. doctor. Whenever patients come into the ER, we treat them. So it could be anything from a little kid with appendicitis, a pregnant patient that's bleeding, a dead patient that comes in and we have to bring them back. So anything, from a wide variety of base. Yeah.
And how many hours a week or a month do you work?
I work a lot. I work like 17 to 20 shifts a month, and so that's around like 183 hours.
Wow.
But the average ER doctor doesn't usually work that much as an attending. They work like around 120 hours.
Wow. Now, going to school for 12 years and make it what you make now, do you think that was a good decision looking back?
Yeah, I mean, I love what I do. I go to bed every night and feel fulfilled, and I get excited to get up and go to work. And, I feel like I'm making a difference, and, I'm just practicing medicine and doing the best for those people.
So as you can see, a lot of people, they're not making as much as you would think they were making, because being single, some of them, the tax are taking out a lot of money in taxes, right? For example, that lady at McDonald's, you see that she's making a lot of overtime, but she's still not making enough to survive. She's still in a loop cycle that we all in, right? We get in this cycle that you're not making enough, but yet there's always something coming up. This is why, speaking of McDonald's, I just realized I've been doing like advertisement for free for McDonald's. Do you guys see the sign in the back of the seat, McDonald's? They should sponsor me something. They should be paying me for having me in my videos. But beside the point, speaking of that lady at McDonald's, which you were talking about, the sign, you see that a lot of them, they don't make that much. Even myself, I used to be ex-manager at McDonald's. We're not making them enough. The only way to make some little bit extra money, you do overtime. And that is actually surprisingly, you do not have to work 1 year to get paid overtime. This is some structural thing that a lot of franchise do. So if you work at McDonald's, the best option is to go work at the corporate McDonald's. There's 2 different kind of McDonald's. When you work at McDonald's for corporate, it's much better than working for franchise. Franchise tend to not care for employee. Franchise tend to come out with these, they have to work for a year in order you to get paid overtime. That'll make no sense. I would call that labor theft, because you're supposed to pay somebody overtime when they work overtime. Simple as that. But as you can see, you see a lot of nurses, the paycheck is not that big as the same, with a kind of amount of schooling they did, the struggle of studying, all that stuff they go through as a nurse. It's not easy. It's not easy to become a nurse. It's very hard. I'm trying to go to that route one time. I have to stop it. It was not worth it for me, but it's worth it for the other people who have passion enjoying it. But you can see that those nurses might seem like they are making a lot of money, but in reality, it's not a lot of money. They have to pay rent. They have to pay that big student loan they took out. They have to pay for their family to take care of their family, right? It's not too much. At the end, it's probably the same as if you do the math, it might be the same as the lady who work at McDonald's. But your guys seeing something that a lot of them have in common, right? If you haven't paid attention, is that they all work overtime. All of them work overtime. But one thing I noticed is that even though they work overtime, the paycheck's still not enough to survive on, right? On the average, nowadays, if you want to survive comfortably, you have to make at least like a 65 an hour. That's what the studies show, that the minimum wage is supposed to be in 60 something an hour, which is insane. We'll never get there. I don't know when. If we get there, it will be even a big struggle to survive, right? The American dollar means by then it will be, the value will be gone. You might see $20, but the actual value might be $1. By the time the wage might go up to 60. God knows what that's gonna be like, right? As you can see, a lot of them are doing overtime, right? A lot of sacrifice time being away from their families, right? If you are parents working 65 an hour, you know the struggle, what it feels like. It's tough. It's tough to always find somebody to look for your kids while you are working this extra overtime, and then now you have to pay them. So basically, you are working overtime to pay somebody else to watch your kids. Now you go in the weeds of trying to figure out what can you do, because you are literally working to pay somebody else to watch your kids. So a lot of people, that's why they're deciding to opt out. They just stay at home, one single income, and hope for the best. I don't know. It's very tough for a lot of people nowadays to decide. If you've seen these guys, you are starting to notice that a lot of family actually are surviving on a single income, which they are not really surviving. It's the struggle, but it's a struggle that they rather pick that struggle instead of having both parents working, but one of those parents, the whole check is going to daycare. What's the point? What's the point of both parents go to work, one parent's whole monthly income going to daycare? Because guys, if you know daycare, it's unaffordable. Daycare is very expensive, which I hope the government might help a lot of family who are struggling, right? Financially help this family to be able to have an affordable daycare for those family. But it's not the case anymore. You make 60, 70K, 50K, you are considered that you are making a lot of money. But in reality, you are not. There's expenses. They just count the amount. And even though you make 50K a year, you are not taking 50K a year. We all know that. Let's be honest. When the government take their cut, you are probably taking home, what, like a 40 something? If they take out the taxes, they take out the health insurance, and if you got lucky, your job will provide the 401k, a lot of money is gone, already gone, before you see your check. So if we see and talk about this, a six-figure job, like I was always saying, might feels like it's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It depends on family size. If you are single, yes, it's livable, very livable. But if you have family of 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, all of a sudden that six-figure gonna feel like you are making 30K a year. I guarantee you that. So this is one point of view people do not see when they say six-figure. They never mention what category you are categorized six-figure. Is this a single person? Is this a family member? Family of 3, 4, 5, 6? What are you talking about when you're talking about six-figure? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a single person. But when it comes 3, 4, 5, 6, never enough anymore. It's become 30 grand or even less. You will feel that way, at least, but you still see on the paper that's a six-figure, right? A lot of wonder how much is six-figure. It's like anybody who's making 100K and more, that's six-figure. And if you are making $1 million a year, you are making 7-figure. Go for you. Beside the point, guys, you guys notice that a lot of paycheck and not as much as you think. Like that lady, she's stuck in the circle of karma, right? This is where karma come in as a savior, but it's not really a savior. Like I was saying, guys, this is where you see karma come in, act like they're gonna save the day, right? It's like more like an angel wearing white clothes, think he comes save the day, but in reality it's not an angel, it's the devil. It's the devil behind those white clothes and wings, whatever you can imagine as an angel how they are. It's somebody who's dark, somebody who have not good intention for your own good, right? So karma is charging a lot of interest rate when it comes to people when they take debt. So they take advantage on those people who are poor, on those people who are struggling financially. That's when they come in hand. That's why they come in as a savior, right? And you find yourself in this cycle that never end. You work, you pay your debt, you go back, you borrow debt because you're short on money, and you work again, you get out of debt, and you go back, you borrow more money, and you find yourself in a cycle. A lot of people, they are stuck in this cycle financially of working, pay off debt, and get back in debt. Work, pay off your debt, and get back in debt. It is very hard cycle to get out of. It's like a hamster wheel that it's very hard to get out of, right? This is why a lot of things are the way they are, right? I don't know what's the end of it. I don't know what's the solution. The solution might be maybe to earn more, which is job and pay more, and then people are already working enough overtime, and this paycheck still not even enough. How more can you work? Especially with those who have a family, there's no time. If you are working overtime and you're not seeing your family and you're trying to get another job, good luck with your family. You probably might gonna lose your family. You're more likely to lose your family. It's tough, right? This is why a lot of families end up in divorces, because this is the struggle financially. This is why they say the number one cause in divorce, it's finances. Number two might be infidelity, and number three might be a misunderstanding, because some people don't know how to communicate with each other. Some people don't know how to express the emotion to their partner, how they feel, so they can communicate better, right? This is a struggle that a lot of Americans are facing, of not being able to have enough time with a family. Because if you are working 80 hours a week and you come home, the only thing you want to do is just shut down and sleep. Even your family still needs your attention. Even though your kids still would love to go at the field and have some time, spend time together, it's very hard. And my question is, if we are moving this kind of direction, what is going to be like this in the next 5 years, or in the next 10 years, or 30 years? Because nobody going to be able to work 1,000 hours a week. How is that even physically possible? People already max out. If somebody working 60 hours a week, that's more than enough. 100-hour week, I don't know. You probably built different. I don't know how you are doing it, but I'm assuming you are single. Because if you are somebody who have a family and you are working 100 hours a week, maybe you need to come here and teach us how you are managing this, because you have to find time with your family as well, right? Maybe we need to learn how you are doing it. Whoever making 100-hour week, and then still find time to go to the gym, still find time to spend with the family, and then still find time to do hobby that you enjoy, and also still find time to spend with your partner. Because you not only need to spend time with your entire family, you still need to spend time with your partner alone. Meaning you need to go take her on a date, or you need to give her attention, because otherwise you're gonna lose her. Because otherwise she's gonna lose interest. You're supposed to be dating each other. This is why a lot of family are getting divorced, right? This is why a lot of family are separating. It's because one partner overworked, one partner exhausted, another partner think the other partner don't have time for them, and all that. It get in the weeds of nonsense. But if the both partner understand what is going on, that's when most of them stick with each other. But if one of them is selfish, don't see that, hey, he's exhausted, he's overworking, and I should stop, give him a tough time. He probably need to rest. We are seeing he's being provided the family, and it's not easy. And men love that. If you're a female or a woman, I hope you are listening to this. Give him time, and then tell him everything will be okay. Pat his back and encourage him to do more, right? So he can be able to provide. But if all you can do is be mad at him because he's not spending time with you, it is gonna be tough, and this can head into wrong direction where y'all guys might end up in divorce. So y'all need to come together, work together as a team, and figure out what time you can have to spend with each other. It's hard. Now you have to fix things, by the way, guys. But I'm here to communicate what's in my heart, and then what I'm seeing, and a lot of things, peoples in America, right? Which might be all across over the world. Things are not easy. But anyway, guys, beside the point, please like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.